Hey guys, what's up? It's Dragonfly Jake, and today we are back with another DayZ status report video. And today's video, we're going to be covering a bunch of information given out by the DayZ dev team today. And while this probably won't be a super long video, there's a lot of specific, really cool content, and honestly a wide range of it that's supposedly coming in the next big update to the game. Now, personally, I wasn't completely clear on whether or not this will all come as one update. And I tried to browse the Reddit responses, and it seemed like everybody else was not completely clear either. The way the dev team words it is, they said, here's some content coming in our future upcoming first big update. I mean, those are their words, first big update. So I know I'm stuttering over this, but I'm not really too sure what to call it. It seems like they're going to be giving all of this to us at once, but I don't know, make up your mind for yourself on whatever you think. But it doesn't really matter, because today I'm going to be telling you guys what features are coming to the game, quote unquote, pretty soon. So first up is the AI sensors / audibility / visibility. Now, this basically is saying that your stance now matters for stealth, whether you're standing, crouching, or prone. It'll of course affect the zombies differently in how they see you. So of course, crouching will make you less visible to the zombies than if you're, sprinting around. I'm guessing walking, of course, will be harder to see you than if you're sprinting as well. Also, this is very new. Colors and the weight of your items will affect the ability to avoid zombies and confuse their perception. So I don't know if that confuse their perception. I don't know if that means if you're wearing like camo, like maybe they'll see you, but they'll only run to like the past location you were. Or maybe if you're wearing camo, like just overall it's hard to see you. Not too sure, but either way, it sounds like a really cool change that I'm excited to, I guess, test out and see, considering I really like to dress up pretty camo in the game, as most of us do. Next up is the hidden stash mechanic, which is coming to the game very soon. I didn't actually think this would be coming until, later in the experimental phase, but I guess we're getting it now. And that includes hiding loot and bodies underground. Now, hiding bodies underground, they use the word hiding, but that makes it sound like you could dig it back up, and I don't really think you're going to be able to dig up a body. I could be wrong, maybe you kill somebody and you want to get their loot later, so you just, shuffle, bury the body, come back later, but I doubt it. I think it's more about just getting rid of the bodies, as for evidence, and getting rid of the loot so nobody else gets it. But the hiding loot mechanic, of course, you will be able to pick up later. This isn't just to bury it and then never come back. So this includes new items. So that means we're getting the shovel and then some certain containers for the to be buried. Now, I don't actually know what containers this will be, considering we already have like water bags and I think protector cases. Now, if those aren't in the game and I'm wrong about that, maybe those are the items coming. So expect to see a few new containers that we're able to bury. I'm not sure what containers that'll include, even that are currently in the game. Sounds like, from what's in the files, that we'll be able to bury backpacks, water bags, I don't even know, anything storage related apparently. We will see. Also, unconsciousness is coming back to the game, which apparently has more options to disable players that are unconscious and then quote unquote interact with them in combat, end quote. So I don't really know what all that means. I mean, guys, if you don't know what unconsciousness means and you're new to the game, basically when you get shot or get punched in the head, but it isn't enough to kill your character, but it has a high shock value, it'll send your character into an unconscious state where you can't control it, but you're not dead. If you're not bleeding, you may come back to life. Even if you are bleeding and it's not a serious injury, you might actually wake back up. Or friends can come up and stop the bleeding on your body and help you up by, I don't know, force feeding you. Anyways, but apparently they're going to be adding in the disable options as well. So this might mean tying up players while they're unconscious, putting a bag over their head. I don't know. Apparently there's some stuff specific to when they're unconscious that we will see. Also, they added in that interact with them in combat. That was the quote I talked about just a second ago. I don't know what that means. I really don't. That may have just been like a typo, but supposedly something relating to interacting with unconscious people in combat. I really don't know what that means. So if you have any ideas, make sure to drop a comment down below. Anyways, moving on. Also, CPRing people, performing CPR. I don't know how to word that. Will be back in the game as well. So this is basically what you do on characters who they're like not breathing, of course, or their heart is stopped, but they ain't dead yet. So I don't really know. Apparently, if you're unconscious, back in the old game, see if you're unconscious, you could perform CPR even if they were breathing just fine, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, I guess you're always able to perform it. You could perform CPR on a person who's awake, for all I care, but it doesn't really do anything except maybe hurt their chest. Anyways, that's enough talk about CPR. Cool, it's coming back to the game. Also coming is the new gesture menu. I always say gesture. I think it's gesture. It's in, guys, with a lot more options, and I believe the, top 10 keys on your keyboard has. It looks like there's, I don't know, I'm seeing like at least 15 options, if not way more. They only scroll, there's a quick GIF on screen here, and they only go to a few of the options, but it looks like there's a couple zones of abilities, and this will be really cool for communicating with people, you know, sitting around the fire, doing cool things with your hands. I know that sounds weird, but, you know, the more kind of control you have over your character is always better, and this can't do anything but help the game and just add to some really cool interactions. And I think people want to use this gesture menu, so that kind of leads to some better interactions in the game than you might expect otherwise. I don't know. Personally, I don't want to just sign at trees and, you know, point at trees, flip trees off. I want to flip players off, and I want to do a bro signal to players. You know, I don't know if the dab is in, but at a period in time, there was files for a dab. You know, I want to dab on those players. I don't want to dab on a tree. So I'm hoping this adds to some of the interaction in the game in a positive manner. I guess positive, or at least somewhat neutral. Anyways, guys, moving on. Also, repairability is going to be something more focused in this update. So the sewing kit, weapon kit, and duct tape are going to be back in for fixing durability. Basically, guys, you know, you can find damaged shirts, damaged boots, that use like a leather repair kit, or if your gun, you know, is jammed or is jamming a lot or is damaged, you can use a weapon repair kit to bring it back up to a worn, I believe. Duct tape can be used to fix minor things, so I believe it only fixes, like, sewing kit will always bring you back to worn, but duct tape doesn't do as good a job, but it does do a decent job, as durability will start to matter, apparently. The biggest thing I think of this update, at least, you know, on the face value, is the new guns are going to be coming. So, apparently they've been working on a shotgun. They don't bring that up in this update here, but apparently the guns that are basically ready to be coming are the M4A1, which if you guys don't know is the fully automatic American-style assault rifle. You know, assault rifle being fully automatic. And so that'll be really cool to have back in the game. I don't know if you'll be, they don't talk about if you'll be, where you'll be able to find this at. I'm assuming Tizzy, maybe also Northwest Airfield, maybe the Prison Island, we will see. Or maybe it'll spawn in the exact same places as the AKM. The second gun coming to the game is the Mosin, the DayZ classic, guys. Everybody loves the Mosin. And, you know, at first I was like, dang it, I mean, we're getting the Mosin, but like, you know, it's no fun to shoot a Mosin without a scope. But guess what, guys? Scopes are coming back as well. They aren't sure how many and which scopes are coming, but it definitely sounds like multiple, and that they, quote-unquote, will deliver a meaningful selection. So, you know, I'm hoping for red dots, maybe a red dot, maybe an ACOG, and maybe the PU scope, because in that GIF, you can see the PU scope is already on top of the Mosin, so hopefully that means, you know, it's freaking coming with the Mosin. So that's really cool, and that means that once the SKS is added to the game, there will already be a PU scope for it, because the SKS is known for rocking that PU scope. Also, soft skills are going to start working again, or I say, no, sorry, not again. They're going to start working because currently, you know, the little meter in the bottom can move, but apparently it isn't affecting your character yet. I don't know. Placebo must have been happening because I thought it was helping me, but I guess it wasn't. So that's really cool. If you guys don't know, soft skills, basically doing a certain type of action multiple times will over time make your character faster at performing those actions, such as maybe skinning deer, cutting trees down, crafting, etc. Also, guys, apparently, jumping is returning to the game. So vaulting and climbing are not ready, but jumping is, as you can see in this GIF. I don't know how they got this guy up here, but basically we got some DayZ parkour going on. I saw a really funny comment on Reddit. Somebody said, you know, DayZ used to be afraid of, you know, breaking your legs because you're falling off a sidewalk or doing something normal like walking upstairs. But now apparently we got parkour in the game. So pretty cool that jumping will be in. Hopefully it works very smooth, and hopefully it works so much smoother than it used to. And I'm honestly tired of the current running over objects animation. So very cool. Also, diseases and their effects will return, and the possibility of disease transfer from players to players, and also players to items is coming. Now, this is very detailed, and it is cool. I just hope it isn't too intrusive on the gameplay. It'll be very cool, of course. This is a survival game, and what's a survival game without diseases, right? I don't know. I guess it's a survival game without diseases. Exactly. But anyways, guys, diseases are coming back, and the fact that they can be transferred from player to player and player to items is something new. I'd never actually heard of that, which is very, very, I mean, it's cool. It's a very cool feature, but I'm sure nobody is like, yes, I can't wait to transfer my cough to somebody else. I mean, I guess that could be kind of fun if you're a fresh spawn with a cough. You're up to a geared player, and you're like, you know, give me all your gear or else I'll cough on you, and then they just shoot you anyways because, you know, they don't let you get close enough. But anyways, still very cool and new features. Also, the compass is coming back, so, you know, you can point your direction, of course, across the map. That's what a compass does. Duh. And ambient loot is coming. Now, I learned a little bit more about what this is. So apparently, ambient loot is when certain items that they need to spawn specific to your player. Now, I can't give you any examples of this. I personally don't fully understand what ambient loot is, and if you do, please leave a comment explaining it to me and other people who I'm sure are also confused. I don't know. The way they described it is that basically this ambient loot they can just spawn specific to your character versus dynamically across the map. So I don't really know what defines as, you know, needed for your character versus other characters, but I don't know. I don't know. I really have nothing else to say besides I don't know, and hopefully it's a good thing. Also, the whole voice comm system is coming to the game. Now, currently the transmitters are already working, but I guess that the intercity megaphones that are, if you guys haven't seen, basically there's these like speech areas inside of buildings where you can like hook up a car battery and then talk to the entire town. Now, it's very cool for announcements and threats and stuff, but then again, you know, everyone's going to know your location when you're making these announcements. Also, there's like a big transmitter at this giant radio tower north of Gorka. If you guys haven't checked that out, there is a new item there that looks like it's like a little stationary transmitter device that looks like it could broadcast all across Trinar. So make sure to go check that out on an adventure in game if you want to. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe and drop a like on this video. It means a lot to see your guys' support because, you know, if I see a lot of likes on a video, it means I'm doing something right. You guys are enjoying and you want more of this content. So please drop a like, drop a subscribe, and leave a comment because I read every single comment. I hope to see all of you guys in my next live stream here on YouTube Gaming or my next video. Thanks for watching.